Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching for more details. Alexander Zverev shoots down reporter over controversial tennis row solution. Alexander Zverev turned on a reporter during his post-match press conference at the Laver Cup on Saturday night. The World No. 2 was asked about one of the biggest ongoing rows in the sport, the packed schedule. After the likes of Carlos Alcaraz suggested the demanding calendar would kill the players, a reporter posed a solution to Zverev. But the German shut it down immediately. Zverev himself addressed the crowded schedule after losing to Taylor Fritz. While he has yet to experience any physical setbacks as a result, he admitted there was no real rest or off-season and said rising players couldn't afford to take breaks like Novak Djokovic does. So I do feel like we need to do something about it. I do think that, I'm on the player council, so I do think the ATP is working towards that. It's not an easy solution, but it's definitely a solution that needs to be made, he added. The 27-year-old was then quizzed over what the potential resolution could be, but Zverev quickly cut the reporter off when they asked, "Here you're connected with most of the top players, if I return back to the topic. Are you talking between each other how to change season to be working for you? Because to be honest, ATP cannot do it without the best tennis players, and I think." The German stopped them in their tracks, replying, "No, the ATP doesn't care about our opinion. It's a money business." The journalist suggested that the players should stand up together. Zverev still wasn't having it. "And then what? Boycott? We're not allowed to boycott. We get fined if we don't play tournaments. So what do you think we should do? I'm asking you." "Like, what do you think we should do?" he retorted. They continued to go back and forth. "Definitely step together and boycott it," the reporter replied. "Okay, and then what?" "Step together. Step together," and Zverev started. They added, "And definitely find a solution. Make less mandatory tournaments." Zverev still thought there was nothing the players could do. "But you're just saying things that we have no control over. It's not us who decides. We don't want mandatory tournaments," he explained. The moderator attempted to step in, but the World No. 2 wanted to keep going. "No, wait. This interests me now, because this is always the questions that journalists ask. They want us to find a solution, but you guys don't have a solution either," he claimed. The correspondent continued, "Believe me, the tour will stop at some point without the best players. They will stop. Believe me. Also, the journalists will try to ask why are not they playing. It still wasn't an option for Zverev, but if you want to become World No. 1, and if you want to win Grand Slams, and if you want to be the best player in the world, you have to play them," he argued. "Yeah. But if you're together you can make a better thing. The season, it suits everybody probably," the reporter said. The ATP Player Council member went on to detail why it was more complicated. He explained, "No, it's not, because there is money involved. Tournament costs, a 250 costs a certain amount of money. 500 costs a certain amount of money. Masters 1000 events, a license costs a certain amount of money. You cannot just take them away. You cannot just say, you know what, you don't have a tournament from now on. The ATP has to find money to pay back to those tournaments the license that they bought, which is millions and millions and millions of dollars." When the idea of having less mandatory tournaments was posed, Zverev added, "But how again, it's a licensing thing. They have a license for the mandatory event. Paris-Bercy has a license to be a mandatory event. Shanghai is a license to be a mandatory event. That's all money that costs extra. You cannot just say, you know what, we have decided now we don't want mandatory events." If you like the video, don't forget to like, comment, and share.